All right, so at this point, everybody knows that the Suns have traded every single pick they have up until the year 3000.
Man.
All except in one, all right? Oh, shit, my phone fell. This year's number 52 overall pick in the second round, and we know what you guys are thinking. How good is that late of a draft pick actually going to be? Good news for the Suns is this is a year that's very deep as far as a draft goes. Sundo and I, with the help of Tori and Romp, put together a list of candidates that we really like and that we think might actually get drafted by the Suns. So hit the like, sit back, and watch these highlights with us, and tell us who you like the best in the comments.
All right, let's start with some honorable mentions here. So first off, I really like this kid, Amari Bailey from UCLA. The only problem is Amari Bailey's probably going to go early second round. And that's it. What I liked about him, one, UCLA, 6'5", talented player, was once highly touted as the number one prospect, in high school coming out. And so it would have been a sneaky athletic pick for us to get there, but he's going high. So let's just forget about that. Second, your boy Imani Bates, Gabe.
A couple of seasons ago on NBA 2K, the game had him projected to going like at the very tippy top of the draft. He was at one point considered a top 10 pick, but once he got to college, they realized this dude's not putting on any weight. His highlights are super high and his lowlights are super low. And his body is not that of an NBA player. He should be playing badminton.
Yeah, being 6'9" with a 6'7" wingspan is not exactly ideal.
As far as Amari Bailey, he looked like a prime D-Lo to me. He looked like, I loved his touch around the rim, but you're right. He's going too early. Let's get into the guys we think the Suns could get. Let's start with Seth Lundy, because this is my personal favorite. This guy's got Cam Johnson written all over it. And Tori pointed out, and I think he was right, this is basically if Cam Johnson and Ish Wainwright had a baby, okay? A little bit bigger and stronger than Cam, a little bit less good of a shooter than Cam, but he's really good.
Really good.
And he's definitely a better shooter than Ish.
Way better shooter than Ish. You just see him, he's spotting up in the corner in his highlights, just spotting up, shooting. He's got underrated playmaking ability also as well. I mean, once again, like if you just put him and Cam Johnson next to each other, the only difference is going to be like 1 inch of height, right? Like they are literally identical. Seth Lundy is a little bit thicker. That's where we get the Ish Wainwright comparison, right? He is a little bit bigger, and he is my second favorite on this list. But still, if he was able to drop to us, he's projected to be in the 40s. But if he somehow did drop to 52 and we were able to get him, I would be ecstatic. It would be awesome, and he'd be a great fit to this team. He seems like a very, very heady player and a very coachable.
Let's save your favorite for last. Let's move on to Mohamed Ghee. This guy's 6'10", seems like he could be a bit of a project big. I was undersold on him before I saw his highlights and lowlights. He's way better than people made him sound.
Way better, man. There was a lot that I like seeing about him, right? Like you said, he's 6'10", 6'11", 210 pounds. He looks skinny, but he definitely not at 210. And the thing I liked about him, athleticism galore. At 6'11", being a big man, he was able to drive to the hoop, able to make very athletic plays on defense, dunk. The kid had it all. Super athletic. My only issue is, though, you're playing in the Pac-12 at Washington State. So, like, are you really going to be playing against players like that in the NBA? No. It's easy to be athletic in the Pac-12, not so much in the NBA where everybody's the same height, everybody's just as fast as you are. But once again, like you said, there's a lot to like there, and there's a lot that can be developed.
He could work as an Ayton replacement. He's more explosive than Ayton. I like the fact that he looks like he could be a 3-level scorer. His jumper from 3 looks good, his mid-range face-up looks good, and he looks good around the rim. I think there's a lot of talent that they could develop him into.
The comparison that I would make for this, at least for the Suns in recent, is Sticks. Like, he looks like Sticks playing. The only difference is like more athletic.
You're right.
It doesn't look like he's running with the stick up his butt, right? So like when you see him, body size looks like Sticks, just way more athletic, drive to the hoop, can dunk. Underrated shooter, right? So he does have a bit of an ability to shoot. He does have to improve on that, but he's not afraid to shoot.
And he is a good rebounder like Sticks, so that is probably the best comparison. comparison. This next one is very interesting because this was a highly regarded player until he collapsed back when COVID was very prevalent. Maybe you know of him, Keonte Johnson. This dude is a steal. If he could stay healthy, not have any more heart issues, oh my God, getting this dude at number 52 would be incredible. Explosive, terrific shooter. He's better than Seth Lundy. What do you think?
My favorite's yet to come, but he's only my favorite because I don't think that Keonte Johnson will be there. Like, I know there's concern with his heart, but I think somebody will take him before he gets to 52. That's just my opinion, but I agree with you. Out of this list, he is the best on this list, right? I feel like he's got the most upside, most athletic, better shooter, ball handle skills. He's 238 pounds, so he's a big, well-built dude. Like, he's the ideal guy. Like if you told me, hey, out of these four, which one do you want the most? It's Keonte Johnson. Now, reality, I don't think he's going to be there at 52. So that's my issue. That's why he's not, quote, my favorite. But yeah, this dude is definitely the best out of the group that we have right here.
If you were picking just for best player on the board and it was these four guys, he'd be the best. But then you look at potentially the best fit for what the Suns need, and that's where your boy comes into play. Colin Castleton from Florida.
Colin Castleton, bro. So man, I mean, when you see the highlight tapes, one, you see just a big dude, middle of the court. But the one thing that really popped up to me was his playmaking ability. At 6'11",
he looks and plays like a 7-footer though.
Yeah, he sure does. But at 6'11", 7 foot, man, like, he was bringing the ball up the court, mad court vision, looking up, passing the ball, hitting every cutter, like a very unselfish, maybe selfishly unselfish player in a way, you know what I mean? But like, the fact that at his size, he was able to bring the ball down the court, find players cutting, he gets the ball at the free throw line, looks for a cutter. His not only, but a big negative is shooting. So if he is left open and players do sag off of him to take away the cutter, he is left with a choice: pass it away, take the shot. As we've seen, he needs to work on the jumper a little bit, because there was a lot of times where he would take that shot, wasn't there, he wasn't ready to take a shot, but had to take it because the shot clock was going out, wasn't there. So if he can improve on that part of this game, he would be the ideal big man for what we are trying to do, because he will not have to do a whole lot. He will just have to look for Booker, look for Beal, look for KD, look for the extra cutter, get rebounds, play defense. And by the way, his defense, Gabe, top notch. Dude can really get to the ball. He's a rim protector all the way. So this is my favorite pick because of the fit, not so much the best prospect.
He's definitely a defensive anchor. I love that about him. He's not great on offense. However, his jump shot looks great. A little bit slow. He's kind of a big oafy dude. It's gonna be like that. He's got good form. He takes smart shots. He goes through the motions of shooting well. The ball just doesn't go in. So I think that there's room to improve there with reps and training, potentially. But his real sell on offense, and everybody's gonna be looking to get the next Joker. You're always looking to get the guy who's on top.
That is exactly what I saw. With his ball handling skills, bringing the ball up the court. I saw Joker all the way with his ability to bring the ball up the court and make the right pass.
His passing, it's ridiculous. He definitely handled the ball well enough, bringing it up like a point guard. That was weird. But his passing, it's incredible. It's marvelous. It's a revelation. And being on a team like the Suns with a true big three, having a center that knows where to go every single time smoothly and hit the open scorer, that combined with his defense, it seems like a perfect fit, Sundo.
Perfect fit. And here's the thing though, Gabe, he's not even on a lot of people's boards. So what if he does slip through the draft?
He's very
gettable. I'm the Suns, I'm calling this man up immediately. Please come here. You see that we don't have depth. We have an immediate role for you to be a big man. Come learn.
If we trade Ayton, I should have said that at the beginning. If we trade Ayton,
even if we don't trade Ayton, do you still you can still get him on the cheap?
Because you want to replace Jock with him.
You want to play Jock or even Busy at this point with him, right? Because you just got to think of the money that has to be spent on these veteran minimums. You call this guy up, hey, you're gonna have a role. Him and Jock, I think, great backup big. bigs.
How about the key that we're forgetting? Frank Vogel's bread and butter is a rim protecting center, and that's what this dude is.
Exactly. And, not once again, I keep bringing it up, but his passing, bro, is just magnificent. So that is why he's my favorite on this list specifically. The defense, being the size that he is, he can definitely, bulk up as he, grows in the league. He's already 231 pounds. He can definitely get that up, right? He can definitely get the weight up. And then on top that with his playmaking ability, I fell in love with this kid as soon as I saw the highlights of that.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.